one of the reasons we decided to do Ubu was because we'd had such a wonderful time artistically and emotionally with under our company. We wanted to find a play for each of the actors, and also something that would be a really good contrast. And we read all sorts of French plays, and Ubu was perfect for them.
But it seemed to us, or at least I remember thinking, that our specific group of actors gave us one in particular, a young actor, Sylvain Levitte, who would be completely extraordinary, as it were, the alter ego of Jarry, who wrote the play when he was very young, when he was a schoolboy, when he was 14 or 15. Sylvain Levitte, as I think is very clear, is a remarkable actor because he appears to be very young. In fact, he's about 24 or 25. And this gave us a clue, I think, because the very nature of the play is that it's written by a schoolboy. And we went into the early rehearsal thinking that this would be the subjective journey of a 14-year-old boy.
Although Jarry said it was about his schoolmaster, Ubu, the more we read it, the more it struck us that it's about not one dreaded figure, it's two. It's a diptych, it's him and her. And him and her is, to the alchemists, it was the king and queen, and to anybody else, it's mummy and daddy. It's the him and her. And so you have this triangle suddenly sort of emerge to us the more we worked on the play through exercises in the rehearsal room, and that's how we found that out.
So that we set it, during this first week, we discovered, as it were, a dysfunctional family with the boy in parallel to his rather frightening parents. One of the things about rehearsing I remember specifically was the absolute joy of discovering that this play was wonderful with a very limited number of actors, because we have only 6 actors. And of course the play demands, whole armies of people. But the discovery that what you could achieve with those limited, as it were, resources, including all the possible objects that you have in an apartment, but that gives the audience the huge possibilities of using their imaginations. Visual terms, to dramatise this, we chose an environment which was completely the opposite of this violent sort of sub-world, and the production leaps from one to the other. So we chose the most sophisticated, the simplest setting we could, which is a very sophisticated bourgeois apartment of today. And the family are, as it were, giving a dinner party. And what happens is that the boy has a video camera, and we begin the piece, in fact, by following his journey around into the apartment, which we don't see on stage, but he goes through into the back of the apartment, and we follow his journey as he takes great interest in his parents' bed, and into the lavatory and into the kitchen, and then he comes back on stage. And then after really some time, his imagination allows or springs his parents into this violent subworld, and the production is really leaping from one to another, back again, leaping into the violence of the world of Jarry, back into this bourgeois dinner party.